Welcome student in my class. In today's class we will do subject and predicate, and this is also very important part of English language. See, whenever we read any sentence, so the sentence always says something about a person or a thing, right? So the person or thing of a sentence is called subject, and the information about the subject called predicate. So example I have written here, Megha is a hardworking girl. So Megha, sentence is about Megha. Then how is the Megha? Megha is a hardworking girl. So what information we are getting? That Megha is a hardworking girl. So Megha is subject and predicate is a hardworking girl. So see, generally subjects, we write subjects first and predicate we write after the subject, right? Like you can see easily in the sentence, Megha we have written first and is a hardworking girl. So we can write more example about it, like the table is big. So the table is big. You can make sentences yourself and divide it into subject and predicate. So you will always, if you are writing simple statement, first you will write subject and then you will add predicate to it. But in some cases, in some type of sentences, we have to change the position of subject and predicate. So we will change the position of subject and predicate for the sake of emphasis. This order may be this one. Change, like example is given here, in the corner of the room stood Rashi. In the corner of the room stood Rashi. So this sentence is, in this sentence, position of subject and predicate is reversed. So why? Because we have to make this sentence impressive. So in the corner of the room stood Rashi. Generally we write this like this, Rashi stood in the corner of the room. So for sake of emphasis, for making the sentence impressive, sometimes we can do like this and we can write like this. Another case, in imperative sentences, the subject is always you, no matter if it is written or not, right? Listen carefully. In imperative sentences, the subject is always you, but the subject is not stated, it is implied. That means it is understood. Like example I have given, do written practice. Do written practice. This means you should or you must do written practice, right? So here it is understood that you is subject and rest is predicate. Understood? Okay. If not, watch the video again and again and think in your mind. Next is, in an interrogative sentence and an exclamatory sentence. If such types of sentences we have given, to find subject in interrogative sentences or this, we should first write or think in our mind as it is a statement, right? We have to convert the interrogative sentence and that exclamatory sentences into simple sentences. So like example, how was your fever now? How was your fever now? This is interrogative sentence. So first I have to think in my mind, or I will write in notebook, he was having fever. He was having fever. That means he is subject and was having fever means predicate. Then how cute she is. This is exclamatory sentence. That means how cute she is. So here subject is at the last and predicate is in the starting. So I will write in simple statement, she is cute. That means I can easily make in my mind that she is subject and is cute is predicate. So you can make small sentences, and please make your habit that make sentences yourself. Don't copy it from anywhere and write yourself, and make your habit to make sentences daily. At least make 5 sentences daily. If your teacher has told you and taught you to make sentences of any word, so one extra sentence you should make yourself if you are a good student, right? If you want to learn and you want to be perfect, you want to improve your English, practice is compulsory. Understood? So, see you in next class and have a very good day. Keep learning, keep happy learning and enjoy your study.